Hi Aries, thank you so much for joining me today. Today we're going to be doing a quick monthly reading for you guys, see what's up ahead for you. Now I do have my Act card for my Aries here, but let's go ahead and jump into some animal spirit cards. Now I was channeling a song right before this reading. It was Shot Through the Heart by Bon Jovi. You can find that on my Tarot Shuffle down in the description below if you're interested. If you're new here, my name is Jordan. Thank you so much for joining me. Sometimes my cats, Beef and Honey, might come in and wreak some chaos. Okay, we've got the Oyster up first. Now that's a water sign, so you might be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. I see you being a bit clammed up in the beginning of this month. And then we also have the Cobra, but that is very quick to go away. There might be a teacher coming into your field or in your purview within this month. My Cobra is all about a teacher or a mentor. Now that is a fire sign, so that's going to be Leo, Sagittarius, or of course Aries. So you might be taking charge on a new endeavor this month as well. Maybe something that you've been keeping secret, that you've been a bit clammed up about. Let's get a deeper look at what's going on here. I want to pull some chocolate oracle cards. Oh, just one or two, Spirit. Play nice. Wow, water and fire. You may be feeling a bit burnt out at the beginning of this month. Yeah, we do have Facade. That one is a good starting point. We have Confusion, Wisdom, both in reverse, and Victim coming out. We have Instinct at the back of the deck. So I do see you trying to figure your way, I don't want to say out of a situation because it doesn't feel like that. It actually feels like someone kind of tips you off, that something could be off in a situation, hence this Facade. And then we have Wisdom and Confusion. It's like you're not really too sure if up is down. And with my Victim card as well, you might be hurt by something. Maybe that's why you're taking the lead, or you're teaching someone in this situation. I almost get the sense that you're trying to educate yourself on something. Maybe on someone else around you, whether or not you can trust them. Whether or not they'll just hurt you or like steal from you, like this little squirrel there. Let's get just a couple more. I want to pull from my Situations deck here. What was actually in the... Yeah, we did have the elk on the back of that deck. Now, the elk is an earth sign, but it's usually a father energy. We have Magnetic coming out. Ooh. Aries, do you have some kind of idea that you know is just going to pop off in the near future? Yeah, there's something definitely pulling towards you. This could also be your intuition, your instinct, telling you that someone feels off, that they might be holding up a facade. Maybe they're too good to be true. We have Intervention, Rescue, Others Involved being highlighted here. Oh, maybe you're asking other people for their opinion as well. You might be outsourcing your confusion here, looking to gain some advice, but I don't actually see that panning out correctly. Maybe that's why you end up having to lead the charge yourself, educating or researching yourself in this situation on what you can do, what you can learn. This might involve children. Someone else might be acting really immature as well. You might be touching base with your inner child this month. I'm also kind of getting the sense that maybe you'll be visiting something from your childhood or doing something from your childhood as well. Maybe to release some kind of stress or burden. Maybe something that you really wanted to do as a child. Let's get just a couple more here. We have Lockbox, Closed in, Trapped and Frustrated. I am kind of getting that energy with this Oyster being in reverse where it's like you clam up, but then very quickly after you tune in. So it's almost like you need a moment of, it's like something kind of shakes you in the beginning of your month. And then you have to kind of draw back into yourself, recede into yourself to think. And then you come back a lot stronger, more focused on where you need to research. On the back of the deck, I have Journal in reverse. So again, there's something here about, access granted. Something here about not wanting to share an idea or maybe some thoughts that you have about someone, maybe in fear that it could cause some kind of drama. Or that someone is watching you and might like steal your idea from you. I want to get just a couple more clarifiers. Oh, thank you. We have Support in reverse. And we've got Aries coming out. Look at that double teaming that energy here. Yeah, you might feel like you're all alone in whatever endeavor that you're trying to go towards. You might feel like if you were to reach out for support, you wouldn't get it, or the kind of support that you're looking for, you wouldn't be able to receive. This could be like advice. And we have discovery, number 14, and that really, yeah, and disease. But that really fits in with that facade where it's almost like you see or you hear something that you just can't seem to forget, and it ticks your radar in a way where you're like, I need to focus in on this. I need to take a deeper look. Interesting. I'm just going to pull from my T deck to see if we can get any more clarifiers before we move on into the tarot here. Just one or two, please. What's going on with Aries this month, Holy Spirit? Ooh, chemistry. So this could be in regards to someone that you're interested in. I'm also getting sense, since there are other people involved, this could be like a friend's partner. Like what they're saying just isn't adding up. Maybe you're meeting them for the first time. And we have repo, default on payments, financially incapable, repossessed assets. That one just fell out. Hands off, territorial lovers, staking claims, scaring off the competition. Yeah. Maybe you're unsure of how to deal with a roommate situation or even like a friend situation. Yeah, we have not today in reverse. So again, I see you really leading the charge in this situation. You're not willing to deal with any delays, any hesitation, anybody kind of like beating the bush in this situation. My mouth is like salivating a lot, and I'm not quite sure why. Maybe you'll be quite hungry, but I just heard hungry for justice. I don't know what that's from. I'm quoting something where they're like, oh, I'm hungry for justice. I'm not sure. Let me know down in the comments. But yeah, no, I do see fiery romance coming up, but something here isn't adding up. Someone is very territorial as well, maybe even secretive. That card's really giving me secretive. And I feel like you'll be very focused on money as well this month. Maybe because of someone else. Interesting. Let's go ahead and dive into the tarot and get a closer look. Alrighty, so I do have two decks in front of me. The first one that we're going to be using is this Halloween deck. What I'm noticing about both, now that I've picked them, is that they both have moon and stars. Now, the moon in traditional tarot is all about exposure and it's about secrets, where the star is heavily about healing. Interesting. This could be involving a Pisces, Sag, or Aquarius. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's take a look at the month ahead for my Aries. We have the sun in reverse. Ooh, so I have something here about commitment. Like either someone not honoring the commitment that they made to you, whether that's in regards to like rent or something financial here, because we had that repo card, or this is in regards to someone being strange in a relationship and you ticking that or noticing that and looking more into it. Interesting. Let's get some more information. What else is going on with my Aries? Oh, I threw half the deck. We have my Ace of Wands in reverse. We have the Hierophant followed by the Star. Oh, and I'm going to take these two, actually. With the Three of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles upright. Move that to the side. Seven of Swords. Yes. Oh, my gosh. Who are you calling out this month, Aries? I feel like this is protective, though. This is almost like to help someone else. Okay. Got my Nine of Cups and my Five of Pentacles on the back of the deck here. So I see you walking away from some kind of misfortune and disharmony, trying to keep away from it. Maybe that's why you're so clammed up in the beginning of the month. Something just shocking comes in. So let's take a look. So we have the Sun and followed by the Ace of Wands. So yeah, someone here is miserable in some kind of commitment. This could be you. You could also be noticing that someone's partner is acting a little bit off, or they're just acting off in their relationship. I see you having this kind of like, well, instinctual, like sixth sense about it, where you're like, I'm picking up on something being wrong here. I do see that you want to heal the situation with the Star being here, but something already looks healed. It seems like someone's already moved on in this situation. Maybe you're trying to assist them or give them support. Because my Six of Swords in reverse here, I don't see a lot of travel being in the cards for you this month. I do see you kind of sticking to yourself rather than making kind of like impulse decisions or making a lot of moves. I did hear money moves though, so you might be making more money moves, or maybe trying to budget a bit more, trying to be smart, focused with your money. We have my Seven of Swords, so I do see a betrayal. Mid to late month. I do see some kind of betrayal here that you clock pretty instinctively. And with my Four of Pentacles, you don't try to devalue what this person has done. It's almost like you're not letting them off the hook on it. You're quite invested. With my Eight of Pentacles, it's almost like once you get that tad bit of information that you needed, everything kind of clicks together really easily. It's almost like even if you do research in this situation, it'll be super easy to find. And whatever you do find, it is meant to bring you some prosperity, maybe some financial happiness. This is if like, because kind of what I'm seeing is a really specific situation for someone. If you have like a roommate who is like chronically late on rent because they're spending all their money on their partner, I see them leaving their partner, you assisting or supporting them through this breakup after you or them get the bad news of what's going on with their partner behind the scenes. And as a result, you're able to more strongly and freely, deal with your own money. Yeah, we see the Nine of Cups. It's all about disharmony with the King of Wands. That's my action card. And we did have Aries act. So I see you kind of exposing someone for their bullshit. You're no longer willing to deal with like the disharmony that's happening here because it's affecting your money. And it's affecting your health. My Ace of Swords here. Someone's ego just has to be toppled. And you are definitely the person to be giving this message with my Eight of Wands. We have my Five of Pentacles on the other side of the deck. So again, walking away from some kind of misfortune. This has to do with love. Someone who's unfair in a relationship, or they try to come off as like a Prince Charming or a Princess Charming, and they're not. They're like a Cruella de Vil. Then we've got my Two of Pentacles. So there will be a time during this month where you'll be faced with like a crossroads. You'll be juggling a lot as well. Both my Nine of Wands, I see you getting through it. Don't give up. And I feel like if you put a little bit of thought into whatever your issue is, you'll be able to figure it out pretty easily. Yeah, especially with secrets being involved here. My Page of Wands, at first I feel like you won't know what to do, but that will come to you, I promise. So let's get a little bit more in-depth using the Quiet Tarot. And we'll get some clarifiers. Let's look at the Sun and the Ace of Wands. What's going on with my Aries? The Sun and the Ace of Wands. Clarify, please. Queen of Cups and Death. Oh, I can't even make this up. I can't. Like I said, this is some kind of relationship coming to an end because this person won't change, or they're very selfish. It's like they're unwilling to take some kind of mask off or grow either with you or with someone that you know, or they're reverting into bad old behaviors. And I see you exposing them for this, and they don't want you to do this. It does kind of make things miserable for a moment, but I think that the short-term pain is a lot less than it is a lot more worth it for long-term gain. And my Ace of Wands and the Hierophant with the High Priestess coming out. I feel like you've seen this. This also might be someone that you've had in your life for a long time. Like you have a lot of memories with them. There's a good past, a healthy relationship dynamic there. But I'm almost getting the sense that you saw this coming. This might be like an I told you so moment as well. So I get the sense you're kind of, you might be a bit gloating this month, especially with the High Priestess and the Pope being right next to each other. Let's look at the Hierophant and the Star. The Fool, yeah, a new beginning. And that's very healing for someone in this situation. Walking away from whoever this negative partner is or this sneaky person is, this person who's hiding things or lying or trying to cover something up, very poorly, if I can add. It looks like they get found out, and that leads you towards a new beginning. Maybe with better friends, a better partner, etc. Maybe a bit different living space if this is a rent-based situation. Let's look at the Star and the Three of Swords. What's going on with this healed heartbreak? Oh, okay, all right. Well, we do have victory, so I'm going to keep that. We have my Knight of Cups and my Ten of Wands. Yeah, someone here has just been kind of tapering out of love, and it's actually been quite a burden. It actually releases a huge burden off of you. Yeah, some kind of weight that you weren't really meant to carry here. And it has to do with love. It has to do with strong emotions. And with my Six of Wands, I see you coming out on top. I see you succeeding. There's a victory in all this. And I think the victory is that new beginning. Let's take a look at the Six of Swords and the Four of Pentacles here. Clarify, please, Spirit. We have the Magician in reverse. Oof. Okay, so yeah, you might feel a little you might think things are a little bit out of control. That with my Four of Pentacles, it tends to be like a false Emperor card as well. And with my Six of Swords, you might be realizing like, your finances are a little bit off track, or you don't feel as comfortable as you want to feel in a situation. So I see you kind of shrinking, but not in a negative way, where you're like shrinking for other people. It's more like you are minimizing the noise in your day-to-day life in order to focus and concentrate and better yourself. So let's look at the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. We have the World and the Two of Swords. Yeah, you open your eyes up to something here. My Two of Swords is heavily about like taking the wool off one's eyes. And with the World being right behind that, it's almost like you're able to see someone very, very clearly for the types of betrayal, for the value that they bring into a dynamic. You're able to recognize that maybe you held this person in high esteem for too long, or you let things go on too long. And I see that changing with that Seven of Swords here in the World. Oh, I feel like this person is very integrated into your life, but there's a really uncomfortable truth that has to come out here. Let's look at the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. We have Temperance in reverse. It's been a long fucking time coming. Like, not to break my customer service voice, this has been a long time coming, babe. A long time coming. Oh my goodness. My Temperance is all about, it's all about time. It's all about, letting things go with the natural flow of them. But this is like, you've had enough. I'm almost like getting irritated and angry. But I feel like stomping my feet, but it's almost as if I'm doing it for someone else. To like, I feel like I want to grab someone by the shoulders and kind of shake them a bit and be like, you need to listen, you need to pay attention to what's going on. Like, you can't tolerate this anymore. You might be doing this to yourself as well, because again, it's like this, like things have just been building up here, building towards a fall, I feel. Let's look at the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Verify that. And I actually, if I can pause really quickly, I also feel like it took a lot to get to this point. It took you a lot. It took this person a lot to get to this point. So there is some kind of victory hidden inside of Temperance here. But we have the Three of Swords. That's heartbreak. Yeah, again, there's like short-term pain for long-term gain being involved here. I do see a lot of emotions near the end of the month being heavy, very heavy. But I think in the long run, in the end, you'll be much happier. My Queen of Pentacles there. Okay, let's go ahead. At the back of the deck, I have my Seven of Cups. You have a lot of options and opportunities that you are not looking at, that you are not seeing. And Spirit is trying to open your eyes to them. You don't have to fixate on this situation. And while you're doing this situation, I actually kind of see you trying to distract yourself quite a bit. And then we have my Page of Wands coming out a second time. Again, Wands are action. That's fire-based energy. When I'm seeing a page, that's a very mediocre energy to be in. This screams immaturity. Like someone being very immature, very inhumane, stubborn, stuck in their ego. Once again with that Strength card. And the Eight of Pentacles, it's been a lot of hard work in order to get to this situation. In order to get to this point of breaking commitments, of betrayal. Let's look behind. Let's look at what your opportunities are. We got the Seven of Cups, so the Hermit. So I do see you having opportunities to be able to come out of your shell, to enjoy yourself, to see other people. That's it. Okay. And then we have the Hanged Man behind that. So you might be feeling a bit stuck on whether or not you should go out, whether or not you should participate. This is kind of giving me the sense of, like, again, that financial burden where it's like, you know that you're budgeting this month. You know that, like, you don't have the money to go out and go get drinks with friends. So you feel a bit stuck on whether or not you should make the jump to go out towards that person or with other people. We have my Ten of Pentacles. This could be something family aligned as well. So maybe like someone, like a nephew or a niece's birthday, or a sibling's birthday, or a parent's birthday, and you're trying to save for that instead. There might be some mild familial discomfort. There might be some arguments within the family. Potentially about what your goals and what your dreams are, what your plan is for the future. Yeah, especially if you are the person who is walking away from a relationship. There might be some questions as to how how things are going to work in the future. I do see you taking charge, though, being very clear. And honestly, you don't owe anybody an explanation for what you're choosing to do with your own life. Like, I have a very wonderful but nosy uncle who will come over, and he's always like, oh, well, you know, what are you planning to do for your career? And I'm consistently like, hey, how about instead of like us doing this whole back and forth of you interrogating me and me like answering you and then you interrogating me more, how about you just trust me to get my vision done, and I will trust you to get your vision done. And it shuts down that argument pretty quickly, actually. I really haven't had to deal with any issues with that uncle because now he just trusts me to do what I do, because I'm competent in what I do and I enjoy doing it, and I trust him to do the exact same because we're both full-grown adults who don't need to sit here and monitor each other's lives for the sake of social judgment. Alrighty, well, I want to go ahead and jump into some self-care, and then we'll grab charms and I'll let you go. Just a side note, I feel like this is important. You might be having a really emotional reunion with someone that you haven't seen in a while that you have just been overthinking about. Like, you've been thinking about how maybe you've done them wrong or they've done you wrong. And seeing them again has left you really, well, not seeing them has left you really restless, but I see you wanting to take some moves towards reuniting with them. Yeah, an Empress, this could be a divine feminine. Could be reuniting with like a divine counterpart, an ex, maybe an old friend, etc. I can't make this up. I cut the deck for my Kawaii deck. I got the Four of Wands again. Once again, a reuniting energy. My Five of Wands, that's all about conflict. So yeah, that's confirmation. Some of you might be reconnecting with someone from your past in a positive manner. Alrighty, Aries, I want to go ahead and get started with some music. Now, again, I was channeling that song Shot Through the Heart earlier by Bon Jovi. Oh, okay. We have Hard on Yourself by Charlie Puth, Insecurity, Needing Self-Love. On the back, it says, why are you so hard on yourself? I can see you're struggling. Why do you want to look like someone else? Let's get one more. Oh, okay. Since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson. Moving on. I'm so moving on. Yeah, you had your chance, you blew it. I get what I want. Yeah, you go get what you want. I love that energy for you, Aries. You guys are my sister sign because I'm a sweet little Libra. So I'm loving that energy for you guys. Oh my goodness. Let's get some self-care here for my Aries this upcoming month. Oh, okay. We have Beauty Ritual, number 5, coming up first. Yeah, you might have felt kind of sucked dry by some kind of karmic circumstances here, because 5 is my number for karma. We have number 7, Massage. Well, 34, but it rounds to 7 for Massage coming out. That could be about forgiveness or perfection. 7 coming out a second time with Burning Bowl Ritual. Let's get just a couple more self-care activities for my Aries. We have Make a Meal, number 32. Look at that. 5775. That might be a good angel number for some of you. Make a meal, though. Feed yourself. Care for yourself. Number 30, look for fairies. And then we also have number 35, meditate. Now, 3, I believe, is about travel, whereas 8, I believe, is about abundance. On the back of the deck, I have number 26, health checkup, rounding down to 8 again. So there could be something about stress is what I was just picking up on. There could be a lot of high stress this upcoming month. And I feel like this is more emotional. So maybe there is someone that you need to check in with, like a therapist or a friend, someone who will be able to give you proper advice. Okay, let me go ahead. What do I want to get? I've been like racing through this whole reading, so now's the time to take a moment, take a breath, shake it off. Okay, I actually want to grab some affirmations because we did have insecurity here. So let's grab some affirmations for my Aries for this upcoming month. Okay. Oh, this one has something stuck to it. So today I move forward. Moving on. Today I move forward. Today I see each obstacle as an opportunity to learn and grow. Sorry about my nails, by the way, guys. I have not been able to get in to see my nail tech person because they are fully booked right now. Today I'm responsible. Today I will make good choices that will bring me health and happiness. Today I am free of drama. Today I will let go of the people that do not support me and only surround myself with positive people. And then on the very back of the deck it says, today I will not compare. Today I will not compare myself to others. I will find true peace in my own life. Absolutely. Sorry about that. I think our flowers are here. So you might hear some people in the background. A little noisy. Let's get some cat affirmations. Oh, what was that? A meditation card. It says, come back. Be aware that your mind will tend to wander and worry about things in the future you have no control over. Close your eyes and say, stop, come back. Take a deep breath and remember to live in the present. I'm going to keep that. That's solid. But no, I wanted to get some cat calls, some cat affirmations for you as well. I don't know, I'm really pulled to the affirmations today. No one is you, and that is your superpower. I feel like you read people really easily. Like when you trust your instincts. There's something here about danger as well. Maybe you're able to like tell whether or not someone is dangerous in a way, or whether they're going to cause you harm. Let's just get one or two more. We have don't forget to be amazing. Oh, look at that cutie pie with the bow tie. And then we have I'm worthy of a long-term and loving companion. Yeah, absolutely. I'm naturally charming on the back of the deck here. Maybe you're dealing with someone who's naturally charming and they're not like compatible for your part or for your person or for your friend. Interesting. I want to grab just one crystal. I was feeling called to crystals earlier, but I just want to grab one. Okay. We have Menelite coming out, number 40. So I would look into that if you are interested. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and grab the charms. And before I do the charms, I want to grab a quick angel number for you. So we did have 5775 for an angel number. 533. Oh, 56 as well. 533 angel number meaning. You can go into your browser, type that in, and let me know down in the comments what your message is. I do have a Leo being highlighted for signs here, as well as the South Node, and we have some fire trucks in the background here. Some sirens going off, or alarms. Alright, let's go ahead and grab some charms for my Aries collective. Okay. Perfect. I am going to take a moment just to organize these. Alrighty, we're nice and zoomed in here. Let's start with the fortunes. You got a handful of them. Without you, the world would be a less friendly place. Smile like you mean it. True love is worth waiting for. A tantalizing new prospect will come your way. And persevere. It's just a bump in the road. We do have the 10 of Pentacles showing up a second time in this reading. So something here familial is kind of, maybe some kind of long-held illusion about families being shattered here. Something to do with family is involved. It could also be a friend that you consider family. I do see the globe here, so I do see aspirations to travel. Maybe you're planning some kind of travel. That could be why you're saving or budgeting at this time. Interesting. We have this beautiful little three-pronged leaf here. I do see a lot of growth for you in the future. Oh, we've got this king crown. Once again, it feels like you are taking the lead on something. You are like taking up some kind of cause. You are like leading the troops towards something. I also do have a little cross here with angels watching. What does that say? Angels watching over me. So yes, you are protected in whatever endeavor you're trying to do. I actually almost feel like you'll be pushed to call someone out for their behavior. We do have wisdom, auspicious wisdom with my elephant coming out. We have this little karmic ring. Ooh. Yeah, this is someone who values themselves to be like above others. I'm a huge fan of that. We've got Mickey Mouse coming out. Someone who might be taking a trip to Disneyland. Maybe you really like Disney movies. Maybe you'll be watching like a Disney movie just to, because I was saying earlier, it's almost like there might be something from your childhood that you want to use to like relax or de-stress. You know, the Muppets just came out with a new show with Sabrina Carpenter in it. I think that's actually on Disney Plus. So if you're a big Muppets fan, like I am, go check it out. Then we have my dog tag heart. So again, this is my territorial lover charm. So we do have someone here who's just very territorial. And I feel like they're hiding secrets, and you're here to call them out on it. Maybe they act childish. We've got F-boy repellent coming out. A little squirt of that. Dad might be significant here. Someone's dad. We did actually have the elk on the back of my animal spirit deck, and this is the father of that spirit deck. For the initials, we have TL, so immediately I thought timeline. So it might be you're seeing something on like your timeline on like Facebook or something. That will give you more information or interest you. And then for names, we've got Taylor, Tiffany, Tammy, Tara, Timmy, Tim, Tom, Terry, Tyler, Tina. I also just heard tasty. So again, something here about like making food or like salivating. All right, and then we also have L. So Larry, Lynn, Liza, Lisa, Lenny, Lexi, Laura, Lucas, Louie. And that's what I'm seeing for you guys today. I do have private reads available on my Etsy. Feel free to book with me. And other than that, let me know down in the comments how this resonates, and I will see you in the next one. I do post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday a Zodiac reading, and then on the weekends a bonus reading. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!